Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Hello everybody, my name is Willow and I'm one of the Suicidal Shumbas. And welcome back to episode 12 and a half, also known as 13, of Subnautica. Here we are, in our
Power restored. All primary systems online.
scanner outpost, in this pink mushroom biome. And now I have some Reginalds in here. I currently have a few peepers in here. I guess only 3 now. And I did do a little tiny bit after the last video ended, which includes getting just enough to do that. Which is scanner room range upgrades, which require 1 magnetite. Now, I know I said I'd explore this place with you, and I will. I still will. I haven't gone very far at all. Really, honestly, the only thing that I have done... Let me just click on magnetite again. Is, when I was out here, all I did...
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you. Was get the magnetite that was on this shelf, which was like 2, and one of these other shelves. One here, and then on the other side, right there, I believe, was a couple magnetite. I got a total of 6. And I got 6 so I could put 4 in here and 2 more in the other one. Now, before we continue on exploring, I want to show you something.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So, if you look at here, I put the scanner room range all the way up. Now, you see these white lines trailing the cavern. If you follow this, on this side, it ends here, this cavern, but then it goes up into another thing. We are currently right here, okay? Now, if you look at it, it's very cavernous, but it's not very wide. See, the land above us goes way out to here. This cavern does not, and it ends there. Now, if you follow the same white lines, you follow it all the way down here, you will see that it almost disappears, as though this tunnel here continues, and then the one on the right, there was a bit of color here. You can kind of see it. But that white line trails this, and it looks like it might close off here. Now, I'll just zoom in on it since it's almost done again. See what I mean? It looks like it's closing, but it might just get smaller. I don't know. However, we might have landed accidentally directly in the middle of a cavern that has no entrance or exit going deeper into the planet. It just is where it is, and there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 entrance and exits leading to the surface, but nothing going any deeper. That for me is fine. However, I just thought that was something important that I noticed that I'd like to share with you. Now, as you can see, we are where we are. Let's go out and grab some more magnetite, because we need magnetite for several other upgrades. For the sea moth, prawn suit, and possibly Cyclops. I don't really know on that one. We don't have a Cyclops. The other good thing about this storage scanner base is the fact that it can detect stalker teeth, which is exactly what I need to make enamel. Now, there's also this, which is gold. Special equipment is required to collect this resource, and as we have established, that is the prawn suit, which I do not have, which means I have to figure out how to get the prawn suit down here and then back out of here to collect all of the resources before leaving. Now, getting in and out with a prawn suit, I don't know how difficult or easy that is going to be, simply because I don't have one and I don't have any real experience using one. So I don't know. I assume it's not going to be too awful difficult, but then again, who knows? So for the time being, let us collect some magnetite, so we have more than enough to take back with us for our other upgrades. That's a big old pile of magnetite that I can't use. I don't like those serpents. Not for any particular reason, but I feel as though they will be hostile. Simply because that is the life of which we exist in. So, what I'm thinking for future plans is I've noticed that when I killed everything around the base, nothing respawned. That is to say, the tiger plants, I believe. I knifed them till their extinction around my base, and they have not come back. Same with the sand sharks, and also, as I noticed with the bladderfish, above, I'm sorry, this is looking really weird and gave me anxiety, those peepers are not regular peepers. I'd like to get my hands on one. If you don't disappear. Oh, an oculus. Is that what you are? An oculus, yes. And if I'm not mistaken, you are the better power source as compared to Reginald's. Well, you know what that means, boys and girls and everything else. We might have ourselves the most powerful fuel source in the game for a bioreactor. I will have to double check on my information just to make sure that's correct. But there we have it. Okay. So an oculus is basically a fancier peeper. A deep sea peeper. Okay. I'm okay with this. Let's see. Don't know how much magnetite I need, but I also need enough for several more scanner rooms. So I'd like to collect a whole bunch. And then after that, I'll set it to stalker teeth as I return to the surface, return my magnetite while it's scanning for stalker teeth, and then I come back, I collect a good chunk of those, and then I create the Cyclops. Alright. The other thing that I would like to do in this episode, provided that there is enough time, is I think I'd like to explore around the Aurora. Because I remember a long time ago when this was being played by, I think, Markiplier and Jack, we were able to explore inside the Aurora. So I think I'd like to do that. But until then, we will collect ourselves a mighty handful of magnetite. That way, we have enough for our scanner bases. Another thing on the scanner bases, I was trying to figure out how far their maximum reach was. Now, if you look in the scanner room at the blue topographical map, it will show you basically what the, well, it's a topographical map, what the ground looks like, right? Now, I was looking at that at the headquarters, and what I found was I found an archway that it caught just at the very end of the arch. Okay? Now, I don't know in terms of height or depth that it calculates, but I can tell you that when I went directly to the edge of that archway, that was 480 or so meters away from camera 1. And with that, if I had to guess, I would say that it might be supposed to have a range of 500 meters with all of the distance upgrades. So, this is how I'm going to do it. From any one base, I'm going to turn off all of the odd-numbered cameras. And this is so every base still has one camera to use as a basic waypoint. And I'm going to go 450 meters from that waypoint away, and then I'm going to drop a beacon. And then at that beacon, that specific beacon is going to be that 450 marker. Then I'm going to go another 450 meters away from that beacon. And then I'm going to do a scanner base. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the scanner room itself closer to the beacon instead of farther away, because as you know, it's kind of blocky, the construction system in this game. So, since that's the case, we will put it on the closer side. This way, all of our scanner bases are just slightly overlapping. That's a scary sound I don't like.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Go screw yourself. So with all of our bases, topographical maps overlaying by 20 to 50 meters, give or take, I will be able to essentially have a scanner base over the entire map. Now, when I googled how to find the alien containment, I determined that all... Come here, you. You want to fight? You want to fight? I need to make sure I stay on top of its repairs. Anyways, in doing that, I learned that all of the maps are the same, so none of this is procedurally generated, it is all the same across any playthrough. Which means the map is finite, unlike Minecraft's. So, hence the idea of the scanner base. I can get a representation of it. Jiminy Christmas. Yeah, these guys are very hostile. They don't like me. Come here. You want to fight? I would like to explore that structure right there, since we're here. Very hostile indeed. And then in doing that with the scanner room, I'll be able to scan for every resource that the surface has to offer. So I can see what and how many resources there is. There's really nothing here to be explored. Except you. You don't like me. Jiminy Christmas. Okay, well they don't like that spot. They don't like me being in that spot. So once I'm able to essentially scan for everything, I can collect however much I want to. I've also learned that while everything seems to be hostile, nothing seems to be horribly deadly. Without... You know, I mean, it's deadly. These snakes are obviously deadly. They will kill me given the opportunity. But it seems... It seems as though I have a direct impact on the ecological system, given my experience with the bladderfish, the sharkfish, and the tiger plants. And so basically, if I kill them, they don't come back. I don't know if that's due to spawning or however that works. I know they can reproduce, but... And I know it takes 2 of them to reproduce, at least in terms of the fish. So I'm wondering, just for example, what if I came down here and I killed every snake that was down here? Right? One of these serpents. I'm wondering if I'll have any, I don't know, problems or whatever. I don't know. The other thing is I don't have any type of thermal power source. I have nuclear and biological, but I do not have thermal. And owie, considering thermal power is mentioned, that the aliens have it, that I have a thermal suit, I'm assuming that there is thermal power to be had. I do not know where to get that. I don't want to Google everything because that feels too cheaty. But I was doing that for the containment just so I had a power source, a sustainable power source. I knew it existed. I just didn't know where exactly. So, here's what we're gonna do. I don't like you doing what you're doing. I don't like that. Oh, crap. That scared me. Woo-wee. Okay. Remember how I said they're not deadly? I lived. They gonna kill me given the opportunity. They had the opportunity to severely damage me. Goodness, that scared me. Okay, so I feel... I didn't think they would be able to grab me that quick. I must have swam right in front of one and didn't realize it. Let's see. Okay, so camera 4. As you can see, camera 3 is turned off. I did so on purpose so I could have some kind of baseline here.
Seek fluid intake.
Oh, good. I do have fluid on me.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's see. I said I'd put a locker in here, so I will. I'll put a couple. I'm not gonna leave them here, well, like any of the magnetite, like I said I would, because I don't think it's necessary. I need you to scan for something else, actually. Well, you were capable of scanning for shark teeth. What happened? No way they... I even increased your scanner range and you still can't pick them up? Okay. Well, then we'll just leave the scanner off. Either that or... No, maybe I should leave it scanning for magnetite, unless there's something else that I need. Lithium, no. Magnetite, yes. Gold, no. Fragment. Data box maybe at some point, but not super right now. Reef bag, shell chunk, wreck. Okay, so magnetite seems to be the only resource that I need this place to be scanning for. So I'll just leave it scanning for magnetite since it can't scan for shark teeth. I'm going to go in here. I am going to collect all of these Reginalds. And I mean all of them, because I have 2 Oculus in my inventory. Actually, no, I'm going to leave 2 Reginalds because I don't remember if they were... Let me Google it right quick. Is the Oculus fish better than the Reginald in terms of power source?
Yes, the Oculus fish is a better power source than the Reginald in Subnautica. It's significantly better.
It is significantly better. So, let's collect all of our... Inventory full. Of course it is. Let me make sure. Okay. Yeah, drop. Okay. Alright, so let me drop switch container. There you go. Reactor 500. Okay, that's fine. And I still have plenty of extra space in my inventory. So while you are scanning for magnetite, I'll have to come by sometime.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you. Actually, I should just have to go up right around my base. Oh, and I'm getting a phone call. I want to get out of this system. This biome, before I answer that. Well, that'll be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I guess this was more of a planning stage video. I have to go answer that phone call and be on the phone for a while, probably. So, I truly hope you have a wonderful day or night, whatever it is for you. And farewell.